This is the Dallas Morning News. It's Monday, September 1st. Mostly cloudy today with a chance of an afternoon thunderstorm. The high will be 88. Clear tonight, but a bit humid. The low will be 72. Here are today's headlines. North Texas passengers may have noticed for many years that international flights are not available from Dallas Love Field Airport. That's because it's illegal to do so. In 2006, federal legislation known as the Wright Amendment Reform Act was passed to slowly phase out the restrictions of the infamous Wright Amendment, which limited where Southwest Airlines and other carriers could fly over an 8-year period, following a 5-party compromise between Southwest, DFW International Airport, American Airlines, the City of Dallas, the City of Fort Worth, and the DFW Airport Board. The agreement came 2 years after then Southwest Airlines CEO Gary Kelly demanded the Wright Amendment be repealed. However, the legislation that established the historic repeal had one global stipulation: no international flights. It wasn't a major change for Love Field customers, as the airport had essentially been blocked from flying internationally for more than 3 decades. In other news, closing Dallas's 9 aging community pools has been in the works for a decade. Decommissioning the city's 9 community pools was part of the city's 2015 Aquatic Master Plan, which called for developing newer aquatic facilities to replace the functionally obsolete community pools. The shift was funded mainly through the 2017 bond program, which allocated $262 million for parks and recreation. Residents would like to keep their community pools, though. Officials said that building one community pool currently costs about $5 million. Building 9 new community pools would cost approximately $60 million, accounting for inflation. While the city waits for an update to its Aquatic Master Plan, expected this fall to provide more guidance on community preferences and replacement options for community pools, some have already begun to develop their own plans. Next up, the legality of a 2023 law signed by Governor Greg Abbott that allows the state to enforce federal immigration law will be decided by all 17 judges of a federal appeals court. The Fifth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals on Friday afternoon announced that the majority of the 17 judges agreed to reconsider a July ruling issued by 3 judges on the court that declared Senate Bill 4, which allows state and local police to arrest undocumented migrants and charge them with a state crime, unconstitutional. The Fifth Circuit is viewed as the most conservative appellate court in the country. The appeals court's decision Friday also vacated the 2-1 ruling issued in July by a 3-judge panel that declared Texas cannot enforce federal immigration laws. The law, however, remains on hold. The court did not issue a briefing schedule Friday, but it is likely the court would issue its ruling next year. And North Texas's population is set to grow from 8 million to 12 million by 2050. The surge creates challenges for the region and its resources, including water, energy, and land. Is North Texas prepared for such explosive growth? The Dallas Morning News is working to answer that question. That's why the newsroom is launching a bold new initiative to address these challenges and how regional planners meet them. It's called The Future of North Texas. Throughout the project, the Dallas Morning News will track the data and explore topics like housing and economic mobility, energy and natural resources, health disparities, and how neighborhoods like Southern Dallas are affected. We'll cover how a surging population changes the region's workforce, schools, and communities. To dive into the data and learn more about the initiative, go to dallasnews.com/futureNTX. Thanks for listening. For more on today's stories and the latest breaking news, visit dallasnews.com. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more from the Dallas Morning News.